Om Shri Sai Ram. Wishing you all a very happy Republic Day. This is the day which we have to celebrate because 70 years back we started being governed by our own constitution that was drafted under the chairmanship of Dr. Ambedkar. And today the celebrations are grandest in our country's capital, that is New Delhi. And of course, the Army, Navy and the Defence Forces, the entire Defence Forces have the beautiful and enchanting parade and also the floats and cultural program which showcase our tradition and culture. Usually we have guests coming from foreign countries, but I think this year due to COVID reasons, we are not having foreign guests coming and participating in our Republic Day celebrations. And of course, the President of India is the main person, and the Padma Awards are distributed today. The Padma Shri, the Padma Vibhushan, the Padma Bhushan Awards are distributed to people who excel in various fields. That is the gist of our Republic Day, but everything has meaning and significance only when we practice it or when we feel it. So come on my dear friends, let us go and hoist the flag in our own place. It will be such a grand function in school with all the tiny tots of primary section putting up inspiring programs. It is very important that at this young age we sow in their hearts the seeds of patriotism. And we as elders must be sipping coffee or tea and living in the comfort of our living room and watching the parade happening at New Delhi. But what it must be for the soldiers who are there? So today, to inspire each and every heart, to send blood pumping into our adrenaline, let us listen to the story of Warrior 2.5. So come on my dear friends, get set and let your imagination run wild and imagine a tall, a hefty, a rugged looking soldier. No, you're wrong. It was in fact a petite young lady about whom I'm going to share the incident today. So it all happened in the year 1994 when she graduated from the prestigious Officers Training Academy, very much in our Chennai. And then she was a part of the Operation Rhino, which happened in Assam. And then the turning point, the big event happened in her life. She requested, and she was indeed the first lady officer to be deputed at high altitude Ladakh, Leh. She started working there in the year 1997, November or December sometime, and in 1999 we all know that the Kargil war started. Usually the family members are not allowed to stay with the soldiers, but because it was a tough and emergency situation, okay, let me tell the name, it was Captain Yashika Tyagi. So she requested that her son also will be allowed to stay with her. So let me give you the description of the scenario that was there. Tall and rugged mountains, not a single tree over there, and the temperature is between -10 to -25, and she was in charge of logistics. So she had to stand there the whole night in this freezing temperature and clear the snow with the soldiers, and whole night she stood there and she did it. So that is not all. During the war times, it was declared that the emergency situation was such that the unit was given the top priority. The individuals were not. So as a soldier, what was the role that she had to perform? So in the darkest of nights, where even the moon or the stars were not there, not a tree was there to give her company, she had her 2-year-old son on one hand and the carbine, the gun, on the other hand, and she had to do this perimeter fencing in the night. There were soldiers behind her, but what she says is that she was carrying. So this is why she was called as Warrior 2.5, because she was there, her son was there, and she was carrying. And at this point of time, she did not even think, how am I going to do it? She just went ahead. She says it was a time of action and there was no thinking or no worrying. I just did it. And what is the role of logistics, you might be thinking? So as she puts it again, let me say, suppose a soldier is there and he just stretches his hand and he wants a carbine, it has to be there. So imagine what difficulty would be there. Soldiers from all over India were brought in so that this emergency situation in Kargil could be targeted and it could be solved. At that time, arranging for logistics in the highest point, you can imagine what a challenging job it must have been. And yet, she does not take the entire credit to herself. She says that as the soldiers were all focused on getting back the high altitude points to India, because the Pakistanis had crossed the LOC and they occupied the high post. The aim of India was to get back control over the entire area. So the focus of all the soldiers was on that. So everything had to be transported from the valley to the high point. And how it could be done without the help of the soldiers? That is when the civilians pitched in. She says, when there was a need for 10, and we would say we need 10 people, there would be hundreds who were waiting to do that. That was the way the people were inspired to do their part for the sake of India. So my dear friends, today, what is it that we can do? As I started this talk, sitting in the comforts of a living room, what is it that we are going to do for India? Again, let us take the message from her. She says, being the grand and tough person, she doesn't say be the light of your life. She says be the chandelier of your own life. She says another message that I really loved, which I felt is very apt for all of us, is that she says, sweat in peace so that you don't bleed more during war. Now, what does this mean? When we all are living comfortably, when we have access to many things, let us work hard so that when the times are tough and when there is an emergency situation, we don't have to struggle a lot. And today, let us take a vow to do our part for our country. And for those of you who are watching this channel for the first time, I request you to subscribe to the channel if you find this content wonderful and inspiring. And to all my fellow subscribers, I extend all my love. And I hope you watched this entire episode without skipping, because we had the intro and the flag hoisting in the beginning and this concluding a true life incident of Captain Yashika Tyagi. So my dear friends, let us all stay fine, stay happy, and let our hearts be filled with gratitude for all those soldiers. Let us of course admire the parade, but let us not forget the part that they play so that we all are living happily here. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram, Jai Hind.